What up, nerds? You can see that I'm in the barn, and it's not for a good reason or a fun reason. Last night I locked the white car, and I've never had a door key for that car. I hemmed and hawed about what I was going to do about it and how I was going to get keys for it or whatever, but I never did it. So I locked the doors on it, and I was by myself. So I tried to break into the car, and I managed to smash the driver's window. I'll give you like 3 guesses at who just broke the f*** out of their window trying to break into it at Walmart because they locked the doors and they didn't have a door key for their 99 Dodge Neon Coupe. You can start guessing. So I have a parts car, and I'm going to rob the window out of this and put it in that one. And I've realized that there is no video about how to replace a driver's window on a 2-door Neon on a first gen. So anyway, I have my parts car halfway taken apart, so I'm going to start here. So this door's already been taken apart, and if you look right in here, the back of the window, this is the lift piece, and this usually breaks on cars, but this car has had a pretty good life. So anyway, these are 2 8mm bolts here. And then there's one up front that's also an 8mm bolt. You can kind of see what I'm doing in here. Alright, 8mm on the top. This is pretty friggin' loose. Alright, so guide plate's off. It's still being pinched over here by this other piece. This little black piece down here, it's part of the window regulator itself. When you roll that up, you can see it. I believe that's a 10. There's one more window guide on the front that's got to come out. Alright, I got my little extension here. That's all I needed. Just a little help to reach in there. There's the lift plate in here. There's a 10mm here that I'm going to loosen. Yep, that did something. Oh, yes, the glass is now very loose. Oh gosh. So pick it up and down. Alright, so that's off there. So the glass can the glass can slide very much back and forth now, but it's not moving up or down. Alright, so on further examination, I think that this little black piece is still attached to all this. This little black piece is attached to this bar by this bolt. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this bolt off. There's a stud on the back side of this. So there's another one up front. I'm not going to show you how to do that right here because I want to get this done. But it's the same bolt. There it is. Up and out. Here we go. There we go. Hey, Miss Amy. You got it, baby. So I guess this little piece just stays on here, and then that little stud is going to stay there. So let's go take the door panel off the other car and see how bad it is. Now, what's probably going to be my favorite part about this is that when the window broke, it shattered entirely, but it was tinted slightly, so all the tint held it together a little bit. I was able to basically pull it up as a sheet and throw it out in the trash can that was right there. But a lot of the glass that wasn't tinted ended up inside the door. So right after I pulled the door panel off, I had to vacuum out all that glass because I think some of it fell into the speaker and may have damaged it. So I guess I'll move on to that, and I'll show you what the window looks like after I pull it out. It's, you know, obviously where you can't clean your windows all the time, it gets really dirty. So I'm gonna clean that up. I just might use some paper towels. I don't know. I don't know. I hate cleaning. I'm not very good at it, so I don't do it. But anyway, let's get this apart. All right, so to start off with, you got to remove the window crank. And on the window crank, there is a little retaining clip on there. And I'm not exactly sure where this one is positioned. That clip was in that little lip in there, and I just peeled it off with my little pick tool. Now it's coming off. Let's see if I can just push on. There it is. All exploded. Neat. So there's what that little clip looks like. And this is what the crank looks like. It just has 2 slots on there. So I usually push it from this side so that little top piece you can actually grab with a hook tool or something. The way they had it in there, I couldn't really do that. Let's get the door panel off. So normally these door panels have 2 screws. There's one in behind here, it's usually a Torx bit, and there's one in the handle that is a Phillips. This car only has the one in the handle, and then there's a bunch of clips around the edges that just pop off. Right. Screw that out of the handle, which that's a drywall screw. Stuff in the door. Now, I actually had the tool to pull this properly at one point, and it's one of those tools that just sort of pops up when it wants to. So I don't have it now. Actually, this ain't even attached, so I ought to be able to just, yep, it's not really attached. Cool. It's got a couple of the clips up front, it seems. I'll just be gentle, and there it is. All right, squeeze, lift. Hey, buddy. Oh man, there's a ton of glass in here. That's all the broken glass inside there. So I have a shop vac. I'm gonna go vacuum this out. But that's man, that sucks. Yeah, and you might be wondering why this has all these power options in this door. And why the door is black. Well, this door came off of an RT neon, and somebody spray bombed the outside white. It's whatever. Alright, so this is really grimy. So what I've decided to clean a little bit of it with is just a little bit of vinegar. It should do pretty decent. Well, you missed all the juicy bits of me cleaning all the hillbilly or redneck diamonds out of this thing. I'm going to go get the glass and drop it in here and try and get these get it set in there at least. We'll go from there. Get this dropped in there. Woo! It totally slipped out of my hands. Oh no. There we go. There we go. Got it. Oh yeah, I took the speaker out and then I kind of had it perched and hanging up here and then it fell off, so I got to rewire it. Lock this down. This one back here. So the window is still not attached to its guides at all. So it can still slide back and forth on this pretty much as it wants. So I want it to basically I want to put this where it's supposed to be when it's up. And then loosely attach it to the guides, and then we can go from there. I got to switch out from the 8 or the 10 to an 8, and then put in those 3 bolts in the glass. Alright, so in these holes, there's where those little plastic rings were that these tiny 8mm bolts go in. But I need to raise the glass back up to where it's supposed to be, and then I can raise that piece up and bolt them on. We can go from there. I just lowered this a hair and the window fell out of the track up front, so these are super important. And these guides are cracking, which means that I have to buy new ones. And one of my friends 3D prints them, so I have to buy a set from him. So let me move this so we can get a better view while I'm working on it. I got that like horror light filming because it's lit from the bottom, but kind of have it where it needs to be. So you put it in one bolt here. Oh, that's right. Gotta pull the guide up. Well, pull it down a hair and at least get the bolts in. Just a hair since it's on the guide now. Yeah, I don't want to go too crazy with this. That's how it's supposed to be. Alright, let's do the front. So for that, this is the piece. And be honest, I'm not sure how all this works. I know that these two right on this track in here, this bolts to the glass, and maybe this tightens down on something, but so I got the little bolt in there. Oh, there, you just watched me swing it into place. There it is. Aha. Down the window. Huh. I think I did it. Now I gotta fix the wiring on this. Alright, so I brought some clips. Apparently the dark green is the positive wire and the brown and the red is the negative. So we'll just crimp like I wanted it to. It didn't crimp at all. Perfect. God dang it. It fit up the side. And it's poked out, so I'm just gonna mash it again and see what happens. Do not... Gosh, be better than me. If this was for anything else other than a stereo, I'd probably be doing something way different. Alright, that actually did it. That actually is stuck on there now. I'll be right back with the other one. Anyway, I went and got another one. And what I noticed about these is that they're actually split inside. Can't get my friggin' camera to focus. I'll put another image inside, but yeah, they're split. So when you crimp it, you kind of either got to be 100% on point, or you want to be off onto the side and try and crimp it down. And then when you put your wire in, you want to feel, you can kind of feel where the jacket stops, and you want to be around there or just before it when you go to crimp it down, and hopefully the center catches it. Go for it. See what happens. Alright, so I've crimped it, and yeah, I caught it. Basically. I'm going to hammer that one more time with this, and then we'll call it good, because it's very late and I'm getting very tired. Jerry and I are going to an event tomorrow, and I've got the time change is coming. That's gonna mess with my head. Let's get this bad boy mounted. Now hopefully this didn't get too messed up with like broken glass being in here, but I didn't realize this actually had Rockford Fosgate speakers in it. So this car came with Rockford Fosgate punch speakers, which are pretty good. So anyway, dark brown's the ground. Well, anyway, got it back together. I don't know if it's adjusted correctly. And there's definitely a little piece of glass in here somewhere, but I am so very tired of running my shop vac right now that I'm not going to worry about it. So let's pop that off and we'll get the door panel mounted. There's very little actually holding this door on. It's pretty much that this screw kind of and the door handle are basically it. That's wow. That's really something. Now there's a step that a lot of people overlook. Where do you want your window crank to be when you're cruising down the road? Okay? So right now, the window's up. So I want it to be up, or mostly up, you know, as pointed up as I can get it. Because I don't want my knee resting against this, or my leg. I don't want it there, so I'm going to point it a little forward. The gears in this are pretty wide, so I think that's it. Where's I going to put it when I crank the window down? It's going to put that there. So maybe I'll sacrifice, put it there when it's down, and there when it's up. There while it's up. And puts it there while it's down, which that wouldn't be too bad. So that's what I'll do. So we want it facing directly down. The way it's set up, you can preset the clip and then just smack it on. Just need something to push it on. Grab one of my little picks I brought out. So this is what it looks like installed. And then because this is beveled, it'll just push up and out of the way. So you can just get it started, get it where you want it to be, and then well, get it started, and it'll that's it. That's it, baby. Guys, I really lucked out because this is me checking this for the first time, and it kind of tucks up where it needs to be. This is sealed probably at least as good as it was. It wasn't sealed very well before. I gotta put that little door trim back on, which is up there. I still don't have the door trim on. What I was saying is I'm cold. It's kind of miserable. I've got somewhere to be in the morning. It's like 11:30 because everything takes me forever to do. And not only that, I have the time change tonight, so you know, daylight savings time's taking an hour away from us. So me and Jerry are going to this event at Capitol Raceway tomorrow, which will be in the past when this video comes out. But it's Capitol Raceway is like an old drag track that's been around for probably 60 years at this point, and it's under new ownership now, and they're trying to get more different types of events going. So they've kind of leaned into the grudge racing really heavy. They've leaned into the no time, back of the track type stuff, and then they've also decided to get into drifting. They're going to have a sling pit here soon. It's basically like a burnout box type thing. And it's a car show tomorrow too, so I'm really excited. Jerry and I haven't been to anything like that since the summer when I melted the NYG down. So I'm going to take him, see how it goes. And I've never been to a drifting event. I know a handful of people going, so it's going to be interesting. So if you want to see pictures of that or video of anything, let me know, because I'm going to post some on my Instagram, and I might post a little video here from it, because it interests me. Taking videos and pictures always interests me. So anyway, thanks for watching. Follow me on Instagram at INVUJerry. Have me talk shit about your car on Patreon. You don't have to do that. It's just funny. And thanks for watching. You know, an hour a day will keep the jack stands away, but sometimes these projects always just need to find a way to escalate for me. Later. Oh my god, bro. So we're it's the next day, and I never hooked the handle up. Me and Jerry are going somewhere. I roll the window down to get out. So don't forget to hook that little bar back up, because I certainly did.